Good morning. This is Gemini Queen of PackandPlay.com, Pack and Play Travel, and Travel with Gemini Queen is my YouTube channel. Coming on with What You Need to Know Wednesdays, and today's topic is going to be visas, okay? A lot of people don't know that you do need visas to enter some countries as well as your passport. As an American citizen, you can travel to 174 countries without using a visa, okay? And there's about 21, 22 that you still need to apply for a visa for. What is a visa? A visa is a document that allows you to enter into a territory or country for a length of time, okay, with restrictions, okay? Your visa has to be valid to enter, and your visa must be valid to leave. A lot of people don't understand that the visa has to be valid to leave or they can detain you, okay? How do you go about getting a visa? But before we talk about processing for a visa, we're going to talk about your passport. Okay, your passport needs to have at least 6 months on it before it expires from the date that you travel. A lot of countries will not even let you enter without 9 months, okay? So you have to have at least 6 months, okay? I've seen people get turned away at the airport because their visa did not have enough time for length of stay. So check your passport, look and see when it expires, and if it has 6 months or getting close to 6 months, go ahead and just reapply for a new one. Don't want you having problems. Visas are much easier to get nowadays. You can do some of them online. Okay, be mindful of the websites that you use because there are scammers out here. Make sure your website is legit if you're going to do the processing online. A lot of countries are now allowing U.S. citizens to get their visas on arrival. That's a good thing. But you want to make sure you check with that country's embassy website to see what your requirements for your visa are, because some countries have different requirements, okay? And then it's the old way. Some countries still require you to go to their embassy or their consulate in order to apply for a visa. Be mindful that that embassy may not be in your city. It may not be even in your state. It may be a few states away. So make sure that you plan on that, budget that into your budget, that travel into your budget, okay? You want to make sure you apply for your visa as soon as possible. Most countries allow you to apply 3 to 4 months out from the date of travel, okay? Some countries want you to be able to show that you have your itinerary already, your flight, and your hotel and address. So make sure you have that information if they require that, okay? So now, there's other components that go into this now that a lot of countries are asking for that people are not familiar with. One would be health insurance, and this is because we have been traveling over there, getting sick, going to their doctors, and not paying our bill, and they get stuck with it. So they're kind of tired of that. I don't blame them, okay? So make sure you have travel insurance with a health component. If you work and your job has, you have benefits on your job, see if you have, if you're covered for international travel. If not, there's so many different travel companies out here, people, that you can check with and apply for travel insurance, okay? Make sure that it has a medical component, okay? Also make sure it has a medevac component, which means that they will airlift you out of that country if you should get sick and have to stay in the hospital. They'll send you back home on a plane with a nurse and all of that good stuff, okay? So you're not stuck in a foreign country away from your family, okay? Your travel insurance should be no less than $50,000, no less than $50,000, and make sure that it is geared towards what you like. So if you scuba dive, make sure it covers scuba diving. If you hike, make sure it covers hiking. If you skydive, make sure it covers skydiving, okay? Don't want you to be doing these activities and you're not covered by the insurance if something should happen, okay? All right, so one of the other things that they're asking for now is financial stability. They want to know that you can take care of yourself while you're in their country. If you're like there for a week or so, they don't normally ask for that. I got asked in Egypt because my round trip ticket was from America to Egypt, back to America. But I did not stay in Egypt for 30 days, though, even though my ticket was a 30-day ticket. So I had to show them cash on hand, credit cards, and I also had a bank statement with me, and they were fine with that. They just want to make sure that you have access to money in case you need it, okay? Your passport history can also deter you from getting a visa, okay, or even entering into a country. Saudi Arabia is one of these countries. If you visited Israel sometime in the past, they will not let you into Saudi Arabia if they see you have an Israeli stamp in your passport, okay? There are Islamic countries that are friendly, like Jordan, Egypt, Oman, Morocco. No problem. You can go to these countries if you've been to Israel. They don't care. Okay, but Saudi Arabia is one of them. So, with that being said, check with your embassy to make sure that there are no countries that you could not have visited before you visit their countries. Okay, don't want you having any difficult with that. Now, Israel is aware of this, so they don't normally stamp your passport if you tell them you have interest in going to Saudi Arabia. They will just stamp your visa. But with that being said, make sure everything from off of your suitcase from Israel has been removed. All the little luggage tags and stuff, and even on your passport, how they put those little sticky things on there to show that you've declared customs. Make sure you don't have anything visible to show that you've been inside of Israel. Okay, criminal history is another thing. Doesn't mean that you can't get a visa, but some countries will deter you from getting a visa based on your criminal history. Most of them just want to know that you have not been in trouble within a certain amount of time. So say like 3 years. They want to say, okay, this person hasn't been in any trouble in 3 years. They have a job. Okay, we'll let them in. Okay. Doesn't mean that they won't let you in, but they may not let you in. Okay, so just be mindful of that. So that way you want to make sure that you apply in plenty enough time so that if they don't give you a visa, you can go ahead and cancel those plans and choose another country to visit. Again, people, I want you to travel safe and knowledgeable, so always check with the U.S. Embassy about the political climate of any country that you are visiting. They will tell you whether it's safe to go there. They'll tell you, things that have changed. Like, for instance, I just found out that Tanzania banned plastic bags, okay? You can't carry plastic bags into Tanzania. Only the one that you use for your toiletries. But plastic bags have been banned in Tanzania, so I didn't know that, and I'm planning to go there. So make sure that you check with the embassy that you're of the country you're planning to visit, okay, to get the information that you need to know about visa requirements if a visa is required, okay? So today is what you need to know Wednesdays. The topic was visas. I'll be coming back to you next Wednesday with more travel tips. Have a blessed day.